Hello everyone out there, how are you all doing? Now before we begin with today's video, we have an astounding news for you. Learn from Native app is launching on the 15th of February, so mark your calendars to download the app on the very first day and avail the benefits of its tremendous features from the first day of the launch. Talking about today's video, it is a little different than the usual ones. But first I have a question for you. Have you ever dreamt of speaking a language, for that matter, any language, maybe English or Hindi, French, Spanish, German, Telugu or Hebrew, in such a manner that you sound like a native speaker? Oh, what is a native speaker? Is that what you're asking? Well, the native speakers are those who belong to the origin country of a particular language, whose mother tongue is that language. For example, if you talk about a French person, a native speaker would originally belong from France and his mother tongue would also be French. The native speakers are well versed with the slangs and the local accent of that particular country. Now that we know who native speakers are, let's go back to our question. Have you dreamt of speaking a language as fluent as a native speaker? Yes, I'm sure most of us dream of that. But how is it possible to do so in case of the new languages that we want to learn? Well, the answer is learning the language from a native tutor. Say for example, if you want to learn English, learn it from a tutor who maybe belongs to US or UK. Or if you want to learn Spanish, learn it from a tutor who is a native of Spain. Now you would ask, how does it matter whom do you learn the language from? Learning is important. While to some extent I do agree, but then remember the dream we were talking about? And moreover, there are ample benefits of learning from a native tutor. Let's discuss the top 7 benefits of learning the language from a native tutor than any other tutor. Well, the very first point for us is highly crafted speech and pronunciation. Native speakers are usually more fluent in the language than any other non-native speakers. Their construction of sentences and pronunciation of different words, and also the use of local slangs and phrases, make the language learning process very faster, simpler and much more natural. While the second point for us is the exchange of culture. Taking language classes from native tutor gives you an upper hand in understanding their culture closely and increases the grasping power of the words and their usages. A deeper insight into their culture helps us with better expressions of the language. Well, you have to agree with point number 3, which is improving vocabulary. There are a set of words which are used by native speakers of any language, which will be definitely more than any other non-native speakers, as the native speakers have been using this language since their childhood in their day-to-day communications as well. So the vocabulary improves naturally and their accent gets caught just by listening to them, by talking with the teacher. Remember, successful communication is largely dependent on a good vocabulary base. Point number 4 says enhanced reading skills. So a better understanding of the language leads to reading effortlessly. When the words get exchanged with the native tutors and there are frequent interactions happening, you start imbibing their style, their expressions, phrases while reading, and thus it makes you sound more like a native speaker. How to learn English grammar? Is that you're asking? Well, the native tutor has a strong hold of grammar as the language is their main source of expression, communication. Thus, it makes it easier to learn the tenses, articles, pronouns, punctuations, and even active and passive voices, along with improving your grammar skills. So remember, point number 5 is equally important. As a native English tutor, Of course, the teacher will be speaking in English while communicating, since this will be their source language of communication. This will enable the students to express their viewpoints in the same language, even if they initially struggle to make the right sentence formation. Eventually, they will learn to form better sentences, given the only point of expression is and will be English. Expression through writing has been used around the world for ages to reach audiences, express viewpoints, record moments, and of course even earn a living. Having an accurate sense of writing along with clear choices of words makes a big difference. Learning English from a native speaker enables you directly to have a better command in writing and expression, as it directly connects you with their culture. Now you see how different and beneficial it is to learn from a native tutor. I knew this one was coming. Where do we get native tutors from? And the answer is learn from native. While we are the first ones in India to provide language lessons from a native tutor, and this is going to be much easier with our app launching on the 15th of February 2022. So stay tuned in and get ready to enter the world of native language learning.